Good evening and welcome to OmniBros Live. This is the edition where, whatever. I'm OmniDog and I'm joined by the Omnibus Collector himself. How's it going, dude?
It's going well.
Nice.
I have my big ass lemonade, and I have my sweet ass tart ropes.
Now, show me that package again. Are you just gonna dabble in that package, or are you gonna finish that package?
I might eat half of them.
Half of them, okay.
And then tell myself I'm gonna stop, and then eat the rest of them. That's usually how it goes. This is my second pack
of the day.
I started one yesterday, ate several, and then I finished it throughout the day today. Because it's so easy to just grab one of these guys and like chomp on it for a few minutes.
My mouth just started actually getting that sour salivation glands yoinking at me from the sour. I do love sweet tarts and sour things, and just your biting into them makes me want some. I wish I had talked to you 20 minutes ago. I could have gone to 7-Eleven and gotten some.
I think they do have them at 7-Eleven, but I get mine at Kroger in the big packs. And they also have them at the movie theaters. I know you don't tend to go to the movie theaters anymore, but that's my snack at the movies. We get my wife gets M&Ms, peanuts, and I get these, and we get a large Coke Zero and a popcorn.
I do. Let's see. I like Sour Patch Kids at the movie theaters. I used to get big boxes of those. But I like my I have some M&Ms that are frozen. I like them frozen. I'll go get some of those, so I can also be having candy. But first we'll talk about our fabulous sponsor, that is InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 65% off. I still think on the front page there are books that they're 65% off of there.
Yeah.
And loyalty discounts add 2% to that. At the end of every month, we give away a $50 gift credit to IST to anybody who enters in our giveaway. Last time it was Chat OmniDog who won that penny pinching, tight fisted miser. So he needed that $50 badly because that poor wife of his suffers. Oh, wait, sorry. I didn't mean that be part of the sponsor plug. $50 or more in an order in the United States gets you free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Right on, ma'am. So there we go. What are the Chat OmniDog heard that. He just popped in. Good to see you, Chat. Just checking to see if you're there, buddy. Have you spent your $50, Chat, on books yet? And if so, what did you get? I'm interested in knowing. I know it's all the tiniest, cheapest trades that you can get for your money, so you can stretch your money out. You're not going to spend that all in one Omni. I know you better than that. So we were going to talk about books we were looking forward to in 2022, and that would be all the books that got pushed from 2021 into 2022. I'm looking at you, Batgirl Burnside. Whoops, that's not the... I clicked the wrong thing. Damn it. Okay, here it is. We're at comic releases, all upcoming. And let me go to one. There we are. January. Oh, and there's that Decorum book. That's at the that's at the end of that's at the end of the year. Batgirl Burnside. That's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to, no, I know you're not, but Wonder Woman the Silver Age, because that's going to be some fun stuff for me. Doctor Strange Omnibus reprint. Doctor Strange Volume 2. Do I already have this?
Where are you right now?
I'm on January 5th.
Oh no, duh. I'm looking at the end of the year because I'm looking at the stuff and I'm like, some of these are probably still going to be pushed back into next year anyway.
Oh, that's probably pretty smart.
So I'm on 11/17 right now. Also, because like I haven't really planned for this month yet, and I'm trying
11/17's a big week. If it actually happens, there's a lot.
Supposedly, it'll be a big week. I mean, it's fine. It's got a bunch of stuff I don't care about, like reprints of books I already have or things from the estate of Edgar Rice Burroughs. So, yeah, that week has a lot of stuff, but it's just a lot of stuff that I don't really care about. But if it does, and this will probably come out because the Dark Horse stuff hasn't been delayed that much as I know it. But Witchfinder Omnibus Volume 2 will be out.
I am debating on whether or not to upgrade my trades to the 2 Omnis. I did.
See, I don't buy any paperbacks or standard edition stuff for the Magnola books because I am dead set that they're all going to wind up in these hardcovers one day anyway.
I wasn't thinking that when I was picking up the trades. I just wanted to read them. So I didn't know that they were going to.
Well, someone's got to get them so that they'll decide to do that in the future.
Well, yeah, that's always me. I'm always the trade buyer.
Yeah.
That ends up enabling everybody else. Paul Baker has actually, that's a good observation. I'm glad they're going to start printing more Silver Age books. It's always wacky enough for me to have a great time. And I liked Silver Age Wonder Woman well enough that I'm looking forward to reading it. But, you know, what I really want is probably 3 years from now for those Batman Silver Age Omnis, when we get the Neil Adams and Dusty, Dennis O'Neil stories and the first Neil Adams work.
The first one was solicited. I don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, that's going to be 1956 to 1958 though, or something. That's, I mean, I'll get it, but that's because those stories are really crazy. That's when we get, you know, that's when we go get that's when Batman's in space and things like that all the time. So I have a soft spot for those. Up there's Lou.
How's Fuck it going, the buddy? Bronze Age. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. Hi, man. How's it going?
Good. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Are we talking Bronze Age Batman?
Silver Age?
Well, yeah, sort of. We were talking about the Silver Age and how, yeah, I'm looking forward to early Bronze Age, late Silver Age Batman. Once we get into Bronze Age Batman, I'm not that, I mean, once we get past maybe 74 or 5, I'm not that interested in Batman. The one I really want, the sweet spot, is 68 to like 73 when they darkened him up, darkened the Vision up rather. Right. I wish I had that sentence back. when they made the atmosphere a little darker, with the Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams work. And then I remember afterwards is when we get, nothing against Jim Apato's art because it's great, but that's when Batman's walking around during the day, just like strolling around during the day. What a beautiful day. Girls in their dresses and the birds are singing. And I'm like, why is Batman walking during the day in the park? What's he looking for? An ice cream cone or what's happening here? So I want that interesting period when they 68 to like 7, well, it's 68 to 73 about. So, and that's so far away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying I'm alive for that. Just totally praying. Because that's if it's 1956 where they're starting now, 56, 50 through 58 is going to be the first one.
Jesus.
If they don't do at least 3 a year, that's going to be like 10 years away from now.
My God.
And I don't know about 10 weeks from now, let alone 10 years. Although I will be on Social Security at age 70, and I'll have some coin in my pocket at that.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to.
How many Golden Age were there, and how long did that take?
That's a good question. There, I feel like they were 9 a Batman, but I can't, and that just stopped. That just stopped. I would say this year, but actually, I feel like they put those out fairly. I feel like they put those. There were like 3 of those a year, because I don't think I feel like those started around 2018.
I have no idea.
I feel like it was 2018, but I can't be sure. But now if we do that, that's a pace I can live with.
It says 2015 on the.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So what's that? 9 volumes in 6 years?
Yeah.
So one every 9 months.
Okay, yeah, that could be trouble for me. Personally. But hey, if you there are 8 Golden Age Batmans. Okay. Dean says there are 8. I stopped collecting after a while, so I don't know. Well, wait, did you mean yes? You said there are 8 Golden Batman Omnis. No? Does that mean no, there aren't?
There's a 9th listed on Amazon.
I thought there were 9, but there is a 9th listed on Amazon?
Yeah.
Take it back, Dean.
Let me see if I can find a more reliable source than Amazon.
Oh, I may have yelled at Dean too soon. So I know I'm looking forward to Batgirl of Burnside in 2022. And okay, here's a bet. Batman who's pushing book? Is it industry wide that they're pushing books forward, or more Marvel? No, Batgirl Burnside was supposed to be like October, and it got pushed into January. Okay, so Batman by Snyder and Capullo Volume 2. That's supposed to happen this month.
Yeah.
Does that happen, or does it get pushed?
I don't know. I
want an answer.
DC has had more releases in the past month or two than Marvel, but they've still had delays. Like I know that they've had the Batwoman and Deathstroke Omnis both come out.
Yeah, and Batwoman was one I didn't believe was going to happen.
Yeah, that one was delayed like by 2 years or something.
Yeah, easily.
So I don't know, but I mean, it's scheduled for towards the end of the month. That's one that I'm looking forward to. That Batman Snyder Capullo Volume 2, so I can wrap up that run in that format and have it on the shelf. And then it leads towards the question of, are we going to see a similarly formatted volume for the All-Star Batman series that he wrote?
Oh, that's interesting. So do you think Batman gets put? Okay, it's kind of late it's been solicited. Batman has for this month. But we could find out anytime that it's gotten pushed. I guess, unless, because it's supposed to come out the latter part of this month. So is it late for it to get pushed?
No, it's still, I've seen things get pushed back in like the week before it came out.
So I'm gonna say it's getting pushed into next year. I'll go into next year.
The next one that I'm looking forward on that, like, going up, is the Enigma Definitive Edition.
Oh yeah, I remember reading that when it first came out. Have you read it before?
It's been years, but yes, I didn't read it when it first came out. I don't think I was around, but
that's probably true, because I feel like I read it in the late 80s.
if it was any earlier than 1990, then I was not around.
You punk.
But that's a good little Milligan Fegretto miniseries, and I was unaware that they solicited a hardcover until like a month ago, and I was like, oh, this is coming out soon.
Yeah, I remember enjoying it when it came out, because it was pretty, I don't want to say groundbreaking, but it was pretty unusual for the time period for something like that to come out. Chat Omnidog asks, have you read Bargirl Burnside before, Jess? I haven't. I've read Batgirl of Burnside before, and I liked it. Here's a question for Lou. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
Good, man. Good. A little tired.
Catwoman of East End Omni just went pre-order in DCBS. Is it worth getting? Haven't ventured near this storyline before. Catwoman of East End.
That's the Ed Brubaker run.
Oh, yes. 100% Rose Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the Brubaker run. Yeah.
Lou, you're seeing Eternals tomorrow?
It's either gonna be tomorrow or it's gonna be Saturday, but I'm gonna go watch it. I haven't decided yet. I need to carve out 3 hours of my life for it.
What's the chance, do you think, that you're gonna come out of there feeling positively?
50-50. Chloe Zhao is not it's not one of my critical darlings. I'm not a fan really of her work. She just doesn't do it for me.
But aren't you just basing that on the Bum movie?
Yes, I am. I'm basing that on the Bum
movie.
But Jess, did you watch the Bum movie?
No.
I went after Lou talked about it.
It's like watching paint dry, but with homeless people.
I was like, you know what? I've got nothing better to do. I'm gonna watch it, and I'll make my own opinion. And he was not wrong. At all.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad that after finishing it, I went downstairs to rant to my wife for about 30 minutes about it.
Mm-hmm.
And me ranting was more entertaining than the movie itself. That movie felt like they went to just places and said, we're going to shoot a movie here. Mm-hmm. Try to act like you know how to act, or try to act natural. And they throw Frances McDermott into a real place and tell her just like interact with these people, and that's it. And like there's like so little character development in there that like it was hard for me to even give a shit one way or the other about what was happening to anyone. And yeah, I couldn't tell you two things about that movie aside from the fact that like it angered me.
Yeah, no, it's a bunch of people complaining. My life is hard. Get a job. Get a job. That would solve a lot of these problems that you guys are having in this movie. It's being very cold. I know, but I thought it was just boring. It was a boring movie, and
I will go on record as saying I'm officially excited to see the Eternals. I'm not excited enough to buy the action figures yet, but I will spend the money to see. I may even go see it in a movie theater.
That's the hierarchy of excitement. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna see it when it comes to streaming. I'm gonna see it at the movie theater. I'm gonna see it and buy the action figures. Those are like the tiers of just excitement.
It's 3 hours long. It's almost 3 hours long.
But so was Endgame, and Endgame. Let's not compare that to Endgame. But other movies have been 3 hours long, and they've been okay. Just don't drink any coffee that morning.
This one just doesn't. It doesn't seem, if we're to be judging off of the only film of hers that either of us have seen, then a 3-hour movie sounds like it's going to be grueling.
Yeah, it really does. She knows how to shoot things beautifully. There are shots. I will give her that. In Nomadland, there are very beautiful, nice little vistas and stuff like that. But for that, I could watch the Discovery Channel
for free.
For free. So I'm kind of expecting a little bit more of that, and I'm just being transparent. I have little to no knowledge about the Eternals. I'll be honest.
I don't either.
I've read very little of it. And I love Jack Kirby's art. Jack Kirby was an incredible artist, amazing, one of a kind. A writer, he was okay. For me, he was an okay writer. So and the Eternals have always been just characters that I've tried dabbling in stuff, and it's just never really done it for me. I mean, Neil Gaiman couldn't make this shit interesting for me, and this is Neil Gaiman's wheelhouse. Gods and all that stuff, that's what he's known for, and I found it to be dry. So, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a fair shake, and
I will have to agree with you there. I didn't particularly care for Neil Gaiman's Eternals. I forgot about that.
There are also a lot of actors in this movie that I really like. Was looking forward to seeing. Kumail Nanjiani, Don Lee. I really enjoy him. My wife and I affectionately call him the cool guy because he was like the coolest character in Train to Busan.
Yes, he was.
I saw that.
Brian Tyree Henry also being in there. Like, those are 3 actors specifically that like when I saw that they got cast, that made me really excited. I know that a lot of people specifically from our group are going to be excited about Salma Hayek.
I forgot about that.
So,
and Angelina Jolie's in it too, right?
Yes, she
but
is.
I don't think she is as infamous upon the gifs used on
yeah, I think I have a gif of, I don't have any gifs of Angelina.
But yeah, so like seeing people not too excited about it, I'm like, dang it, that means the chances of us seeing those actors again is not great if they all live and stuff. And I know, like, I don't like to base my own feelings and judgment ahead of time on what other people have said. Like, generally you want to form your own opinion and stuff, but it's difficult to like be excited to go see a 3-hour movie that's by a director whose only other exposure you've had was something that just bored you to tears.
I think I'm glad I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's about characters that you don't know or care about. Like, it's very hard to like, especially because my wife has zero interest. So if I was to go see it, I would have to go see it by myself. And it's even harder for me to find 3 hours to do that on my own.
And see, here's the thing. I was originally gonna watch it Friday with my wife and my kid. But seeing all the reviews and then finding out this thing is almost 3 hours, I'm like, I might just hold this off on Saturday and just go bear it myself for a few hours and then come back because my wife's gonna be taking care of some things throughout the day, and I've got the day mostly off. So I think that might be the route I'm gonna go because 3 hours is a bit of a commitment, especially for my family.
My brother-in-law also, he saw it last night because he works at a theater, and he's like, guess who's gonna see this movie? And I was like, definitely not me. And then the only thing he texted me today at noon was oof.
Yeah.
That was it.
I think so.
I'm still gonna see it and still gonna be positive about it.
I think this was I think Chloe Zhao was the wrong person for this project, personally. But originally, here's the thing. Originally, she didn't want to do Eternals. She wanted to do something else. But Kevin Feige and Marvel were like, no, we want you to do Eternals. We really think you'd be perfect for it. And so she was all on board. She wanted to do a comic book movie. She's like, okay, I'll do Eternals. And they had a script laid out, and eventually she said, hey, I want to take a crack at it. And she decided she wanted to get a writing credit. So she took a crack at the script.
Oh, she wrote it?
She's credited as a writer on this.
As a writer. All right.
Yeah. I think it's her and I think maybe one or two other people, but she is credited as a writer on this. And I just don't think she was the right fit for this. I mean, granted, I haven't seen it, so we'll see when I do get around to watching it. But just from watching Nomadland, I just don't think she was the right fit. Some people said the same thing, granted, about James Gunn when he got Guardians of the Galaxy, but I was like, you guys haven't seen some of the stuff James Gunn has done because he's done some stuff that, you know, at that time he had Super under his belt. He had Slither, which is a fucking awesome horror movie that has a lot of body horror in it. So it was like, you guys need to give James Gunn his credit a little bit more because I think he could actually pull this off. And lo and behold, now he's the go-to guy for this stuff.
And Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. But there's nothing because
wait, did he do the first Scooby-Doo?
He wrote
Scooby-Doo?
He wrote
both of the live action films.
Oh, I might have held that against him.
His vision was different though than what it turned out. Like it was he was envisioning, I think, just a PG-13 version of it, but it wound up they cut it down to PG. It was gonna have a lot more like mature humor and situations and stuff. Like the glaringly obvious one is like the joke about when they're in the back of the mystery machine, like, and there's smoke coming out the top. It was supposed to be that like Shaggy was getting high in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then they changed it to like Shaggy and Scooby cooking meat on a grill in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I remember that. So it was, I think overall it's just an odd choice. Like Taika Waititi was just announced today to do the Incal. Fucking perfect choice. I could think of very few more people that would have been perfect to adapt the Incal. You know, that was.
I feel bad about is I swear on my mom's life I thought that Jodorowsky was dead.
I did too.
I did too.
He's 90-something years old,
and
but he's
still kicking. And it's kind of sad because in the press release, the video that they showed, Jodorowsky's talking, and I'm like, oh, this is probably like a post hominis. He probably passed away like 5 years ago, and this was like a voice. No, this is Jodorowsky. He's saying, I would have loved to have done this, but I'm too old. I just can't do it anymore. And it's kind of sad. So Taika Waititi shows up, and that was their big announcement that Taika is going to be doing the Incal, which I guess we could put a pin on that Akira movie that Taika was supposed to be working on for a few years now. So maybe I guess that's not happening. That fucker is busy. He's got a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, Taika he does. Star Wars?
He's got a Star Wars movie.
in it or directing a new one?
He's going to be directing a Star Wars movie soon.
Oh, woohoo! I didn't know that.
So he's got the Incal. He's got a Star Wars film. I think he's got a movie that's coming out sometime this year as well. Not only that, he's in a bunch of stuff as well. Like he was just in Free Guy. That dude is busy. He is working, and he's doing Thor and Love and Thunder right now. He's directing that as we speak.
Yeah.
So, Jesus.
Yeah, he's got a ton of stuff going on.
That makes me want to lie down how busy he is.
I don't know if you mentioned it, like he's also got the What We Do in the Shadows series that he
Love that show.
He's
Damn,
like
I gotta see
he
that.
stars in some episodes, he directs some episodes, he produces the show.
Oh, is that his baby?
Because he
What We
was
Do in Shadows?
He's producing it right now, but the first season he directed a few and he wrote a few episodes.
the original film, he was the director, writer, and producer.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, so that dude's busy as shit.
Yeah, he also played a great Hitler in Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
I need to see that too. No, I'm not going to start down that road.
No, dude, bring tissues. Jojo Rabbit is great, but man,
Before we talk about comics that we're looking forward to,
We want to talk about movies some more? Fine with me.
my favorite director, I haven't seen it yet because we were busy last weekend, but had a new movie. Edgar Wright had
Last Night in Soho.
yeah. Did you get to see that?
No, I actually want to watch that more than Eternals. I'm telling you right now, if I'm gonna give Eternals an hour and a half. If this thing bombs, I'm walking out and going to watch Last Night in Soho.
It's got our gal in it, Lou.
My bar, this thing scored worse. Granted, you shouldn't use Rotten Tomatoes as a barometer. I know. This thing scored worse than Captain Marvel for me. So good Lord.
But our gal, Anna Taylor-Joy, is in Last Night in Soho. That's why I want to see it. She's awesome.
I love Edgar Wright, and I want to watch Last Night in Soho so bad that I think I might just walk out of Eternals if it doesn't do it for me like in the first hour and a half to 2 hours.
I can't believe how you've bad-mouthed it to yourself. It's almost like you want it to be bad. You've talked so poorly about it.
Well, it's easier to do that and then go in and be like, wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be.
Okay.
Than it is to go in saying like, I think it's going to be great despite what everyone else says, and then come out being like, no, everyone else was right. This movie was
my attitude.
Like it's so much easier to go in expecting the worst and then coming out saying like, yeah, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I never want to see a bad movie. I genuinely don't. At best, I'm hoping this thing is mediocre. At best, I'm looking forward to the lore and what it brings to the overall MCU more than anything else. And watermelon sugar. Because dreamy.
And wait, what's that reference?
I don't want to ruin it. Let's just move on.
Oh, all right.
So back to books that are coming out. We're still in. I'm looking at the end of November right now. The Hellfire Gala hardcover got pushed from like November into December. I don't even know when because I was looking at the date earlier today and it was still set for like a week or two from now. But that one's going to be an interesting one for me because it's the first like hardcover that I'll be buying of stuff that I haven't read, that like has come out since I haven't been reading.
Oh.
So I've got stuff that I have to catch up on before I can actually read that, but the X-Men completist in me is not going to let myself not buy it. Scheduled for 12/7 is another series. It's really fantastic, but this is probably going to get delayed again, is Darth Vader by Charles Soule.
I have the hardcovers. I'm just keeping those.
I sold the hardcovers. I'm going to buy the omnibus.
You're the omnibus collector.
I gotta. There's the Rorschach hardcover. I didn't finish that series from Tom King, and I don't know if the hardcover is going to be a deluxe or a standard.
I'm going to get it anyway.
I will kick myself if I get it, and then like a year from now they solicit a deluxe edition of the same thing.
Yeah. But would they? Yeah, they totally would do that. Here's Next Imaginaut talking about Milligan. Justin Riley, yes, there's still plenty of Milligan Vertigo material that needs to be reprinted and ideally upgraded, like Screamer, Skin,
Shade
the Changing Man, etc. Of those, I know I read. Wait, what? Oh, Enigma. I'm trying to think if I read Skin. I read the others. Skin.
Shade the Changing Man, I think is like the next super exciting thing that we I don't want to say will see, but should see solicited, because like DC's revisiting a lot of those early Vertigo titles, especially the ones that are connected to the Sandman universe. So this one's not, but like it's from around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sandman started, in the late 80s.
That one came out in 90 because I remember
90.
buying it when my wife was pregnant. Shade the Changing Man. And reading it when my wife was pregnant. That was 1990.
And that one also has never been fully collected. Like only the first, I want to say like 12.5 issues or something have been collected. So finally releasing it, that's going to be something that a lot of people are going to like collectively poop themselves over. Man, the Charles Soule Daredevil, that one's also been pushed back a lot.
A lot of stuff getting pushed back.
Charles Soule Daredevil. Yeah, that's an oversized hardcover?
No, that's an omnibus. That's his entire run.
Oh, I might upgrade from trade paperback to omnibus.
That's the one that bridges the gap between Wade and the.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I am definitely looking forward to that one. First volume of Tom Taylor's Nightwing is coming out also in hardcover.
Oh,
ooh,
standard edition, but that's later next month.
In December?
Yeah, unless it gets pushed back.
I'll take standard. I'll take anything Tom Taylor, however you can give it to me. I'm happy.
Now here, towards the end of the year, is one that a lot of people have looked forward to. We get the new printing of... Wait, this isn't what I thought it was. I was thinking Fall of the Mutants, but this is Mutant Massacre. Mutant Massacre, yeah, I know a lot of people look forward to it, but Fall of the Mutants has been out of print longer.
Why? Tell me why people are looking forward to Mutant Massacre. What's good about it?
Anyone who missed out on it, who is trying to get all the X-Men hardcovers, but Mutant Massacre is the first of the crossover events and stuff of the X-Men series. It goes from Mutant Massacre, Fall of the Mutants, Inferno, and it like basically from the late 80s onward, it was almost a solid crossover between all the different X titles. And Mutant Massacre really started that with a bang, and it's a fantastic storyline. And
that's what I wanted to hear.
The Omnibus edition contains a lot of material that had never been collected in that format before. So it was, it's definitely a good, it's a good storyline. I highly recommend it. Like, even if you haven't read all of the other stuff from Claremont's run that preceded it, I think that that's a really good place to jump in. If you want to go into the middle of it, you really jump into the middle of a story. Like, there's a bunch of drama already, but like, screw it, action packed right from the get go. It's good.
Okay, good.
Let's see.
I have it, but I've never cracked it open. So,
Spider-Man Life Story is getting an oversized hardcover.
Ooh.
And that comes with the more recently released annual alongside 6 issues.
I hate when they do that. They did that to they did that to New Frontier. Remember? They re-released the Absolute with the extra issue inside of it.
They also recently did a Long Halloween like special issue that I'm sure they're going to re-release everything for that.
I have 2 versions of New Frontier because of that extra issue being in the deluxe. They released the deluxe with the extra issue after my Absolute, and then they came out with the Absolute with the extra issue. So now I have Absolute Old Frontier and Deluxe Old Frontier.
Which means now your old stuff is worthless, guys. They do this stuff on purpose.
Ooh, right at the end of the year, Green Arrow Longbow Hunters Volume 2.
Yeah, that's a pickup. That's a good one.
Is that another 1,500 pager?
Probably. It's got 51 to 80 of Green Arrow, plus annuals 4 to 6, Who's Who 14, Brave and the Bold 1 through 6, Shadow Song of the Dragon 1 through 4, and Green Arrow The Wonder Year 1 through 4.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Here's somebody saying something highly. Kieran Gillen's Eternals run has been really good.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Has artwork, at least the beginning of it, has artwork by Assad Ribic.
Always good.
Oh.
And there's your Batgirl Burnside. I just got to it. Now we're in the
Okay.
stuff that's currently solicited for 2022. I
thought he
got
was
to-
canceled. I thought he was canceled.
That was canceled and then it got resolicited.
Oh, I thought he was canceled.
He was canceled and then he got resolicited.
There it is. I was hoping you catch that.
But like, I don't think that the creators being canceled have really had any impact on collected editions, especially like because I don't remember when we were talking about it, but like the Spider-Gwen series got an omnibus, and I'm pretty sure both Jason Latour and Robbie Rodriguez got in trouble. And that one got thrown out there. They were like, screw this, we're making money on this character.
Well, I want my girl Gwenpool to get an omnibus.
Yeah. That one would be a great. That day one buy for me. I don't want to poo-poo on your fun though, Jess, but like Batgirl of Burnside was not for me. Like I did not like that run.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
I enjoyed it enough that I want to read it again. I have it in I liked it.
I liked the costume redesign and everything. I thought it was fun.
I liked. I liked the costume, like you said. I like the artwork. That's okay. And I also like the variant cover that was an homage to Prince's Purple Rain.
Oh yeah. That was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
The story wise, I couldn't get into it. I don't know. It was like such a drastic shift for the character that I couldn't get down with it. And I never got used to it. I never got into it.
Okay.
But here's one that I don't like that I'm gonna buy. Is the X-Men Omnibus Volume 1 by Lee and Kirby.
Why? Why do you do this to yourself? You know it's not good.
It's terrible. It's absolute but it's
Why?
the only thing that I don't have, and I finally have I said like for years, I was like, I will not buy that book until it gets reprinted, because even if I find it for cover price, I'm not buying it. But buying it discounted, I can live with that. I can live with it. I'm fine with it.
Will you read it?
No.
Or are you just gonna...
No, he's not going to read that. Have you ever tried reading that?
No, I'm not going to reread it. I might look at the pictures. But I'm not going to reread it, but I will reference the hell out of it, especially like on fucking TikTok videos where like people ask all the time, like they'll be like, hey, something this character, and I'll be like, let me show you Eric the Red, and then I'll show like some pictures of Scott Summers from early issues.
I liked Volume 2.
Oh yeah, Volume 2 had the Neil Adams artwork.
Yeah.
It had a Steranko issue in there. That was great. That one was great, and I got that one like before it went out of print, so I didn't have to worry about it. But this first one,
I love that. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just love how characters change and people tend to forget why that they were that they were, or how they were when they first came out. Like Lex Luthor, when he first came out, had a whole bunch of red hair. He had glowing, beautiful locks until Superboy dumped a bunch of chemicals on his head, and then he was bald, which, as a bald man, I can now understand why Lex Luthor is pissed off at Superman. So I get it. But that was the original reason why Lex hated Superman, because he's bald because of Superboy.
Where was I with X-Men? Something X-Men. Volume 2's getting reprinted too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
I will say that I did wait for Shang Chi to be on Disney Plus, so that's something I'm watching this month for sure. For
I,
sure, for sure. As
I
soon as I get done with Squid Game.
that is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
This
is
year.
it? Okay, good.
I liked it a lot, man. And the more I think about it, I really enjoyed that movie a whole lot. It's
Okay,
really fun.
good.
I think it's like the perfect solo film to really bring in the next era of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yeah.
really feels kind of similar to how Iron Man felt back in 08.
Shang-Chi does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. It's a whole lot. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a whole lot of fun. And it Riley nailed it. It honestly feels like a new version. It has the same feeling of when you first watch that first Iron Man movie where it's like, oh, this is something really fun. It's a little bit different. And the stuff they do that they what caught me off guard is they don't even show not even a quarter of what that movie really is about, especially towards the end. And I was really impressed with that. They kept a lot of things tight-lipped.
Shang?
There's
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot
going
of
to
stuff.
keep calling it Shang. I've been calling it Shang my whole life. I'm not letting some movie change it to Shang.
So
I will say that I got this, and I love this.
nice.
But the original suit that he banged together.
Is that Charles Bronson?
No, this is different. This is
Oh.
actually Robert Downey.
All right,
That you can't tell me they didn't do that on purpose. That is Charles Bronson on that action figure that I showed you in the photo.
Yeah.
That is 100% him.
That is super. I mean, yeah, I think they even made a meme of it or something. I don't know. Although I think I only know things social media wise because people send them to me.
Yeah.
Like I only know the Rotten Tomatoes score of Eternals because you mentioned it in the chat, Lou. I only know any memes and gifs because that's how Taylor Brown talks. He talks in gifs and memes. I'm like, can you just come on, Taylor, write out your feelings to me. GIF. No, come on. So I feel like that Charles Bronson thing must have caught in fire, and a lot of people put memes together about it.
You know, Jesus Thanos, you're gonna meet him.
You're about to meet him.
You're about to meet him.
You're about to meet him. I loved those movies.
Death Wish is so much fun. Oh my god, I love Death Wish. I love those movies.
Yeah, I absolutely love those movies. Dean says his most anticipated omnibus is Jason Aaron's Thor Volume 1.
Good pickup.
We'll get there in a little bit. Let's jump ahead. All right. Speaking of
well,
Jason
no, you don't have to jump ahead. I'm just saying what the viewers are saying.
I'm gonna start pushing through. I'm gonna push through. Southern Bastards hardcover volume 2 because we've been here for an hour. Southern Bastards hardcover volume 2. That one's been waiting for a little while, so I'm excited about that. Books of Magic Omnibus 2. That's another one of the early Vertigo titles.
Yeah, I like that book
Sandman.
A lot.
I'm glad that's done. This second volume wraps it up, and I'm hoping that we get the Dreaming also at some point in the near future. Here's another X-related one. New Mutants Omnibus Volume 2.
Yes.
Omar and Peter and myself, as well as I think Oddfell was on the show at that time. The four of us correctly guessed the contents of this book within like a single issue.
Who was the fourth person was on the show?
Oddfell is a cosplayer on like Instagram and stuff.
Oh, I don't know her.
She also is a big X-Men fan, and so Omar had recruited her. I think at our second show that we did, he had recruited her.
I burned through that first one, and that first one was thick. I love any young. I decided my wheelhouse is Young Mutants. I'm not I think I've had my fill of the older mutants. I just want to read everything I can, Young Mutants. So bring on. When is that coming out?
Currently, it's scheduled for January 11th.
Okay, so July. That's good.
This one wraps up the Chris Claremont run, so it goes to issue 54 plus a couple of annuals. It also includes, I believe, the crossover story with the X-Men for the Asgard Wars, the Asgardian Wars. It includes some Power Pack issues. It includes the Fallen Angels miniseries, the Firestar miniseries, and then New Mutants War Children, which I think that was a much more recent issue, but they included it because Claremont was involved.
So it does include the X-Men Asgardian Wars?
It includes half of that.
Okay, so I should keep my hardcover then.
Right, because the hardcover also has the X-Men Alpha Flight or Alpha Flight X-Men issues 1 and 2, and those 2 issues are not here. They would probably wind up being in another X-Men hardcover. Madman Library Edition Volume 2. I know a lot of people are going to be getting that one. I missed the first one.
Hey guys, I have to apologize. I kind of got to get going. I know I came in late, so I'm sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, dude. Where can they find you on the internet?
Comics Guide 101 on Twitter and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube, where you can catch all my videos. So have a good night, everybody. Okay?
All right, dude. Take it easy.
And bye.
Let's see. Dean is saying Omar announced Avengers versus X-Men Omnibus yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a reprint of Avengers versus X-Men?
It's the oversized hardcover combined with the companion.
Oh, okay.
So it's similar to the Inferno Omnibus, which was
right.
Inferno
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm looking at it, and it doesn't say Omni. It just says Big Marvel on it. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, here's another one I'm looking forward to is Batman No Man's Land Volume 1. This one.
Yeah, you're the Omnibus collector. I'm going to keep my trades.
I think I've already sold the trades, actually. So I'm really looking forward to that one. The only thing that's annoying is like it's not I think it's just the first 2 of those paperbacks, and there's 4, so obviously they would split it evenly, but like it doesn't make for 2 huge books. Like it's like No Man's Land in total, the 4 trades could have been combined into either one giant book or like 1.5 books, I guess. Like I don't know, they could have it's a weird situation there. I wish it could have been bigger. Aliens Original Years Volume 2. This one's crazy because Omar also just announced the 4th omnibus of the Alien Original Years, and the 4th one is the final one, and we haven't even gotten the 2nd one yet because of these delays.
Oh.
Let's see. The Onslaught Omnibus is coming back. I wish they'd do a Road to Onslaught Omnibus to act as a companion to that. What If the Original Marvel Series Volume 2? Did you get the first one?
I did, yeah. I love those stories.
And then they also had recently announced the second series is getting an omnibus as well.
Okay, good. I hate what they did to the cover, but I'll still get it because I love the stories, but the covers are stupid.
Mighty Thor Volume 1 is getting a reprint.
Boring.
Here we go. The Flash by Jeff Johns Volume 3. This is the book that like I had no idea that it was solicited, and I completely guessed the right I was going to say ingredients, contents. This is everything like from Final Crisis through Rebirth, Blackest Night, and the everything leading through Flashpoint, written by Johns. So this is the first time that these stories are in omnibus format, aside from like the Final Crisis stuff being in the Final Crisis Omnibus and the Blackest Night issues being in the Blackest Night Omnibus. But otherwise, this is the first time this series is available in this format, and I am super excited for it.
Wait, what? Flash
by Johns Omnibus Volume 3.
Okay.
That's when he brings Barry Allen back.
Yeah, the best part ever.
Incredible Hulk by Peter David, Omnibus Volume 1,
Okay.
getting a reprint.
Where are we? Are my Hulks? Is he on 4? Has 4 been released yet?
No, 3 has been released, but 4 has not.
3. Okay.
4 is the final one.
Okay.
Let's see. We got some Conan. We got some Fantastic Four reprints. Captain America Lives reprinted. I didn't know that was getting reprinted. Good for the people that don't have it. Here's one I am excited about. All-Star Superman is finally getting a deluxe edition. I know that the Absolute has been out forever, but personally, I prefer the deluxe edition size, and I will be grabbing that.
All right.
Let's see. Wolverine and the X-Men also getting reprinted. The Sandman Deluxe Edition Book 5, I think, is the last of those in another format to add to the umpteen formats that series has been released in.
It's ridiculous.
Howard the Duck by Chip Zdarsky, Omnibus Edition, collecting Zdarsky's entire run on Howard the Duck. I am super excited for that. I feel a little bit responsible for the existence of this book.
You do you?
Yeah, I mentioned it like one of the last times that I was on a show with Omar on his channel, talking solicits and stuff. I think it was the same one where I like made the joke about Alf that has stuck.
Oh, you're the originator of that?
Yeah, and
Why
I
am I
said,
talking to you still?
I said something about like I was like, "Hear me out, Howard the Duck by Chip Zdarsky Omnibus," and David Gabriel commented in the chat, "Now there's an idea."
Well, how about next time you're on, go Gwenpool?
Red Hulk.
Well, first go Gwenpool, then Red
I think
Hulk.
like it was an inevitability. It was an inevitability because they're trying their damnedest to like release oversized hardcovers of all of Zdarsky's material. So it was like it was going to happen, but I like stoked the flame or something.
Well, okay, I'll give you credit for that by buying it.
And I'm gonna buy it too.
Good.
I'm
Support
excited.
your own efforts.
I really like that run.
It was
Here's
fun.
the Howard the Duck.
Sorry? What? Howard the
I
Duck?
really like the Howard the Duck run.
Yeah, me too.
X-Men Omnibus Volume 2. Here's the one that we were talking about. This has all the good stuff. This is scheduled currently in February. This has the classic Neil Adams material. It has like the original story arc in the Savage Land with Sauron and all that stuff. It's got artwork from Steranko. It's got, I think, 1 issue, maybe 2 by Barry Windsor Smith. The writing gets leagues better once Stan Lee leaves. So the entire book is like Roy Thomas and a couple of other writers.
Which explains a lot.
So that one is coming out right now in February. I'm not looking forward to it because I have it, but I'm recommending it.
Yeah. Let me answer this real quick. The N-Man 40, the answer is yes for 6 volumes of Madman. You are correct. Volume 2 is supposed to be coming out. Was it by the end of the year or sometime early next year? You don't read that, so I'll have to look for that on my own.
It was January.
January, okay.
Yeah. And the Dark Horse stuff, as far as I can see, it hasn't been getting that delayed.
Okay, good.
So that might still come out in January. February also from DC is the Flintstones Deluxe Edition.
I might upgrade that. That's such a good book.
It's got the whole run plus the Booster Gold Flintstones special.
Was that in DC Meets Hanna-Barbera?
That should have been in those books, yeah.
Oh, it's not?
It should have been.
Oh, you're saying it should be in those books.
Yeah, it should have been in there. It should be in there.
Yeah.
Don't quote me.
Booster Gold tries to rescue future Earth from an alien invasion, travels back in time, and finds help from none other than Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble. That's in the first volume. Okay, I'm just going to keep my beautifully, everything looks right on the spines, trade paperbacks for that. Let me move Space Ghost so he's not messing up with the timeline here. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see.
Because he's not, yeah.
Excalibur Omnibus Volume 2.
Ooh, I
It's
want
another
that.
one I'm looking forward to. 35 to 67 of Excalibur. So this finishes up. We might have already finished the Claremont, but it goes through Alan Davis's run, and I believe some stuff by Scott Lobdell as well, and then some stuff beyond the Alan Davis run. Some weird, some one shots: Weird War 3, Possession, Heir Apparent, and XX Crossing, Sensational She-Hulk 26, and material from Marvel Comics Presents 75 and 110. So that is a nice chunk of that. I believe that series ended with 125 issues. So at the rate that they're at right now, 2 more volumes would wrap that up.
Oh, you'll see the end of Excalibur before I ever get to Silver Age Batman that I care about.
Probably.
Yeah, grown.
There's also, I've been moving past them, but haven't gotten to Thor by Jason Aaron Omnibus, but there's Thor by Jason Aaron paperback, complete collections, and the Thor by Jason Aaron Volume 5 hardcover, which collects the last few issues plus King Thor. So that one's cool for people who are collecting in that format.
Oh, that I think I might need that because I have King Thor in trade paperback. Do I not? Is that new?
Were you getting the rest of it in oversized hardcover?
Yeah, I'm keeping all of my oversized hardcovers.
So the 4 issues, 12 through 16, 4 or 5 issues, whatever it is, those were part of the War of the Realms storyline. So it crossed over with that, and then King Thor was like an aftermath story.
So you're saying I need it?
Yeah.
When's that?
I think we're still in February.
Okay, that's on my radar now.
Yeah, we're in February. Thunderbolts Volume 2.
I'm pretty sure you're definitely getting that.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Thunderbolts 34 to 63, Annual 2000. Avengers 31 to 34, Annual 2000. Thunderbolts Life Sentences. Thunderbolts from the Marvel Vault. Citizen V and the V Battalion 1 through 3, and Citizen V and the V Battalion, the Everlasting 1 through 4. That one collects some material that's never been collected before, because the paperbacks only went up to issue 50, and then there's some issues that did get more recently collected in the Heroes Reborn: The Return omnibus, and then this collects a lot. So it's going from the original run by Busick, which was the first volume basically, and then it's coming into the Fabian Nicieza run. So that great. I'm looking forward to hopefully a 3rd volume being solicited that will continue and maybe conclude the Nicieza run. But his run was pretty long. Still in February. Invaders Omnibus. I'm not going for that one. I don't know if that's one of yours. This is from the 70s series.
Invaders? No.
Yeah. All right.
That's not something I'm going to get.
Batman Long Halloween Catwoman When in Rome, the deluxe edition. So I guess that's another new edition of that one. Rye by Dan Abnett. This is one of the Valiant books I've heard a lot of good about.
Oh. It's a deluxe edition?
Yes. Moon Knight reprint. Inferno hardcover. This is not the classic X-Men Inferno, but this is the 2021 Inferno miniseries that just recently has happened.
I don't know that one.
That it's part of I think it's the last Hickman written X-Men thing.
Oh, okay.
March. We're in March now. Young Avengers by Heinberg and Chung omnibus. I'm looking forward to this one. The entire original series, 12 issues, plus the Young Avengers special, Children's Crusade 1 through 9, Avengers Children's Crusade, Young Avengers #1, and Uncanny X-Men 526 B story. So this is everything that Heinberg and Chung did with the Young Avengers. It'll look really nice sliding onto the shelf next to your copy of the Young Avengers by Kieran Gillen and Jamie McKelvey omnibus.
Do I have that? Has that been released?
That was released years ago, and it has a reprint coming soon.
I don't have that. I have the say that all again. Wait. Oh, I have the Kieran Gillen books. Oh, okay. I got confused. I have Children's Crusade. I have that. I have Children's Crusade and the book before it.
Yeah.
But those have signatures in them. So I'm not going to let those go.
Well, I already let mine go. So because I can't pass up a nice single volume with all the stuff in it.
Nope. I get it.
Ben Percy's Wolverine is getting a hardcover. If you have not read any of his Wolverine, I recommend it. That's one of the Dawn of X titles. Superman Batman Omnibus Volume 2.
Oh, no, I loved Volume 1, but I don't think I read the material for Volume 2, so I'm going to be picky about that. This is why I didn't get it. It's because it's in War of the Realms. I just got the King Thor trade to go with it for the OHC.
I'm not getting the OHC because I'm getting the omnibus eventually. I sold all the oversized hardcover editions.
This is for the Jason Aaron stuff. Okay, I'm addressing me whenever I say not getting an omnibus. That's me I'm talking about. We know you're gonna get the omnibus.
Here's one you're probably also not getting. That's the Lobster Johnson Omnibus Volume 1.
Oh, those are such good books. I was talking to Kristen today about upgrade because Witchfinder's also coming out Volume 2.
Yeah.
Those are good too. Okay, I think you and I talked about this earlier. It feels like that you said you never bought anything. I urge everyone to read Lobster Johnson. I urge everybody to read Witchfinder too. I have all the trades and I don't know.
See, the thing with the trades is like the page size is not larger. It's just in a hardcover. Like it's not like you're
right. They're not a big expanded thing. Those Abe Sapien ones are like just barely bigger than the paperback.
Yeah, it's not like you're going from paperback to library edition or paperback to a Marvel or DC Omnibus edition. It's paperback to standard hardcover. But
yeah.
And that's why for me, like I'm just like, I'll just skip the paperbacks, just get the hardcovers when they come out because I know that I will still upgrade if I did do that, but I'd be upset with myself for upgrading because it's not much of an upgrade.
Okay, I'm not going to upgrade. You talked me out of it. Thank you. I'm glad we had this chat.
But I'm excited about that. That's also due out in March because I don't have Lobster Johnson and I want Lobster Johnson. And that's the first of what should be 2 volumes.
Yeah, should be great.
Another one that I'm super excited about because this was like one of my few like whales and it finally got announced for reprint. Not just that, but it's getting expanded and that's Captain Britain.
Oh, right.
I had wanted this was like when I first got into buying omnibus editions, this was already gone. It was already out of print.
Yeah.
And through the years, like they slowly were reprinting stuff that I wanted, but this never got one. And now finally in this golden era of reprints, this was like the last piece of the puzzle for me. And it not only did it get reprinted, but it's getting expanded, including just a ton of material. So that like I wanted it because it's Alan Moore, but now it includes a lot of other stuff. Captain Britain 1 through 39, Super Spider-Man and Captain Britain 231 to 247, Hulk comic number 1 and 3 through 46, Incredible Hulk Weekly 47 to 55, 57 to 63, Marvel Superheroes 377 to 388, Daredevils 1 through 11, Mighty World of Marvel 7 through 16, Captain Britain 1 through 14, Marvel Tales 131 to 133, Marvel Team Up 65 and 66, New Mutants Annual 2, and X-Men Annual 11. Now remember, a lot of those are Marvel UK books. So when it says Hulk comic 1 and 3 through 46, it's not, 45 issues worth of
Okay.
stories. It's like the Captain Britain material from Hulk comic.
Okay.
Let's see. Speaking of Hulk, the Incredible Hulk Omnibus Volume 1 is getting a reprint. I am like, that book was one of those that just sat there in print forever, like available. It went out of print. It was still sitting there available for cover price or less. And then like all of a sudden it was not available anymore. And now they've reprinted it. And I'm not 100% interested. Like the Hulk is one of my absolute favorite characters, but I'm not 100% interested in these stories from the original series. So I don't know. Like I want it to succeed because I'd like to see the whole series collected in this format.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it's not something that I think I'd actually ever sit down and read.
I think I probably will. That Silver Age kind of stuff appeals to me. Even the only one I won't get is the first X-Men, probably.
Yeah.
But I thought the Hulk was an interesting enough character as a kid that I feel like that may pull on my nostalgia. So I may get that.
I'll see. I might not. I don't know. Moon Knight Omnibus Volume 2, though, there's another one.
That'll get.
Yeah, I'll get that one. And I'm gonna get this Doctor Strange by Jason Aaron, Chris Bacalo Omnibus. I really enjoyed that run. But one thing I will say is I wish that they had at least included the issues that came after Jason Aaron's run, but before Donny Cates took over, because it was only like 6 issues. And not that it was great or anything, but just to have that so that the whole thing is in one continuous format would have been nice, but whatever.
I'm keeping my OHCs of that. It's awesome. Super awesome. I just reread those recently.
Here's one that Jess is not going to get, and that's the Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 10, collecting volumes 28 through 30. We're getting towards the end of that line, considering the creator is dead. And his final volume is 42, I think, that's going to come out with the remaining material. 41. I think 41. 41 is the last volume that'll come out of material that he created before he died, and then like the one posthumous chapter that came out. So we'll see what happens with this line, how they divide stuff up as it goes, but volume 10 does get up to volume 30 of the originals, and for what it's worth, my favorite story arc of the series is the Falcon of the Millennium Empire. Just a roundabout way of saying the Millennium Falcon arc, but they didn't use that title when translating it. It's an incredible arc, and I believe that arc is still in this volume. Moving on, Deadly Class 3rd Deluxe Edition. Out of, I believe, 4. I think it's supposed to be. Supposed to wrap up with the material for the 4th volume, so that's going to be cool. TMNT, The Last Ronin. I only read the first issue of that, so I'm excited to read the rest of that.
That's supposed to be really good. I haven't read it, but I've heard great things about it.
Here's one that I'm not going to get. Sonic the Hedgehog, the IDW Collection Volume 2. This was not a series, like, it's okay, like, but it's definitely like geared towards a younger audience. And I am not gonna buy a $60 cover price book for that. I'm not getting Absolute Swamp Thing by Alan Moore Volume 3 because that has the new colored artwork that just completely loses the depth and intrigue of the original coloring. X-Men by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus, coming out, I think it was originally scheduled for December. Now it's in March, towards the end.
Okay.
And that's the entirety of Hickman's run on the main X-Men series, and only the main X-Men series along with the giant size X-Men one-shots. and it skips the issues that are in the X of Swords or Cross of Swords or 10 of Swords, however they pronounce it, crossover. So this has 1 through 11 and 16 through 21, and then Giant Size X-Men, Jean Grey and Emma Frost, Nightcrawler, Magneto, Phantom X, and Storm, and material from incoming number 1. So this will be a good companion if you have the crossover omnibus or omnibus hardcover, and if you also have the House of 10, Powers of 10 hardcover, this will be good alongside those. So basically made it an omnibus instead of oversized hardcover.
Okay.
The 2022 edition of Annotated Sandman.
Please.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Here we go. Thor by Jason Aaron, Omnibus Volume 1. All the way at the end of March. So whoever it was that was asking or saying that they're looking forward to that one, I am as well. Jess is not, because he already has mixed shambles of hardcover and paperback.
Just King Thor.
But those of us with taste, who respect ourselves and our
throwing darts at me across the U.S.
Those of us, we're getting the omnibus edition. This has God of Thunder 1 through 25, Thor 1 through 8, Annual 2015 number 1, Thor's 1 through 4, and Mighty Thor 1 through 12. And wouldn't you believe it, this is the only place where they have Thor's oversized. However, that comes with the caveat that this first volume does not have an oversized version of the Thor and Loki Original Sin miniseries.
Those are 3. You've just named 3: King Thor, the Thor and Loki, and Thor's that I've all just kept in trade.
Yes.
To avoid selling my OHCs to buy an omnibus.
Yes. And on the other hand, I sold all my oversized hardcovers back before the 4th one came out. I was like, I'm just not going to buy the 4th one and sell the first everything else. And I didn't have the paperback for Thor's, but I was always bitter that they didn't include it in something. At least include that alongside the what's it called? The 10th Realm, I think is what it's called. Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully the 10th Realm, no, it won't be, because it takes place like, it should have been in this one. I don't know. Maybe they'll put it in a second volume. Who knows? Nobody knows. They probably won't.
Omar might know, but he's not on this show.
New Warriors Classic. Speaking of Omar, this is the book that Omar championed forever, and Marvel made it happen. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Necessary Evil Volume 2 Deluxe Edition. I have to wait until April 1, April Fool's Day, like a fool, to get the second half of Necessary Evil. I just bought the first half. I've already read it, so I don't have to really worry about it. And it was good. I read the whole thing back when it first happened. It's very good. I highly recommend it if you were a Mighty Morphin fan. But yeah, we got a 4-month delay between the first and second halves of Necessary Evil. But I guess that's good, because those are expensive books and they don't get heavy discounts either. Man, War of the Realms is already reprinted?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So we are in April, as I was saying. Moon Knight by Houston, Benson, and Hurwitz.
Great run.
That's 2006, 1 through 30, annual number 1 from 2007. Moon Knight, Silent Knight, Vengeance of the Moon Knight 1 through 10, and Shadowland Moon Knight 1 through 3. So a nice complete chunk of Moon Knight material from the mid to late 2000s, leading into the time when Bendis came on with Alex Maleev and did whatever the hell they did. Jane Foster's Saga of Valkyrie. This is, you'll want to pick this one up. So this is an oversized hardcover that's kind of a companion to the tail end of Jason Aaron's Thor run.
Oh, okay.
So this includes the material that he co-wrote alongside other writers. This has Mighty Thor 702 to 706 from 2015, Valkyrie Jane Foster 1 through 10, material from Mighty Thor at the Gates of Valhalla number 1, and War of the Realms Omega number 1.
Okay, good. That's in March or April?
That is in April.
Okay. Well, we're at an hour and it's 9:30, so let me just run a quick blurb on our fabulous sponsor, InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collect editions up to 65% off on the front page anyway. 2% added for loyalty, discount-wise. $50 gift credit is given at the end of every month out to a lucky viewer like you out there in a random drawing. Over $50 or more in an order in the United States. The USA gets you free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. There you go.
Here's the Catwoman of East End omnibus that someone was asking about earlier.
That needs to be bought.
Yeah, this deserves to be bought. This is the first omnibus for Catwoman, isn't it?
That I know of.
I think so.
The answer is yes.
That takes her entire run with Ed Brubaker. That has a lot of artwork from
Darwin
Cook, as well. It goes into the Paul Galassi stuff, and his leaves a little bit to it leaves a little lacking, especially following up on Darwin Cook. But it's definitely the best of Galassi's work ever.
Right.
So that one is a must. Thor by Matt Fraction. This one I am going to get, though I am a little bit hesitant because this run was very middling for me. Some of it was really good, some of it was not really good, but this includes like a lot more than I thought it was going to, because I did not know that it was also going to include the main event for Fear Itself. So this basically acts like a Fear Itself, like the primary storyline omnibus. It includes Thor, Ages of Thunder, Reign of Blood, and Man of War, 3 one-shots that he wrote before his ongoing run, as well as the Secret Invasion Thor 1-3 miniseries that also preceded his run. Thor God-Size Special, Free Comic Book Day 2010, Iron Man and Thor 615 to 621 and 620.1, Mighty Thor 1-22, 12.1, and Annual Number 1, Fear Itself 1-7, Fear Itself 7.2, and Thor Journey into Mystery 642 to 644. So plenty of material in there. That's the Everything Burns crossover with the Loki series. That's the Fear Itself crossovers and stuff. Everything that you need there is in that book. She-Hulk by Peter David. I love She-Hulk, so that's a get.
Okay. I do too. I don't
So
know that I've read any She-Hulk by Peter David, have I? No.
That is post Dan Slott.
Post Dan Slott.
So immediately after Dan Slott's run, Peter David took over. That's going to be a pretty small omnibus also. It's issues 22 to 38 plus some additional material.
Okay.
Gotham Central getting a reprint. Star Wars Darth Vader by Gillen and LaRocca getting a reprint for those who need it. Doctor Doom, the Book of Doom omnibus. Marvel's doing these like villain omnibus, and those are new. Those are a different type of thing. And honestly, like the only thing in this book that makes me consider
Doom.
That is it. You nailed it, because that is something that is not easy to get elsewhere.
Right.
And I don't know if I want to jump on this entire book just for those 6 issues, because most of the other stuff that I'd be interested in, I have in other formats, I have in other collections.
Yeah, I have Books of Doom, and I'm happy just keeping it and not upgrading.
If I had it, that's probably exactly how I'd feel.
Okay.
Incredible Hulk by Peter David, Volume 4. Here we go. This is the end of Peter David's run. Incredible Hulk Annual 1997. Savage Hulk number 1. Cutting Edge number 1. Cable 34. Onslaught Marvel Universe number 1. Incredible Hulk Hercules Unleashed, and The Return 1-4. It does not say the actual issues that are in this book of the Incredible Hulk. Let me take it over to Diamond and get you the info. Boom. Let's see. 436 to 467. So that wraps up his run. And then I believe after it was Joe Casey that takes over after him. So that Joe Casey material has not been collected, by the way. Another She-Hulk, Savage She-Hulk. This is the original She-Hulk series. Savage She-Hulk 1 through 25, and Marvel 2-in-1 number 88. This is coming to the end of April, by the way. Official Handbook of the Marvel Universe Update 1989 Omnibus. How many of these handbook Omnis are they going to do?
I don't know. That's funny, though.
Question by Denny O'Neil, Omnibus Volume 1.
Ooh.
That is a get.
Yeah.
That is an absolute get. This one, the second omnibus should include material that was not in those 6 paperbacks.
Oh.
So that's notable. Because the run only went through like 36 issues, and the first one collects 1 through 27. But there were also like the Question quarterly issues and a bunch of Question annuals and stuff. And I don't think the Question quarterly issues were collected in those paperbacks. Let's see. Star Wars by Jason Aaron is getting reprinted. Fingers crossed that we see a follow-up by Kieran Gillen follow pretty soon. God, Conan Omnibus Volume 7. And I think Volume 8 was just announced this week.
Here's a question from Sergio. When do you think Marvel will reprint the Avengers Omnis and Iron Man? Are you talking about the originals? Yeah, when do you think? I would bet that that's coming up. If they're reprinting Hulk, which, as Riley said, sat forever, they're redoing Avengers and Iron Man. Probably gets announced momentarily. I bet that I would bet anything that those get reprinted.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean they'll come out at some point. It'll happen.
Yeah, the originals. I think that that's on the slate for second half of next year, I'll say. But I have no idea.
Black Panther Ta-Nehisi Coates Omnibus. I'm gonna get that. I don't know how you felt about that series, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one myself.
I haven't read it.
Death and Return of Superman is getting another release, and I still haven't bought that book. And every time it comes out again, I'm like, all right, this is the time I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna pass on it, and then it goes out of print again, and then I keep passing on it. We're in May, by the way. Fall of the Mutants Omnibus. This is basically just the Fall of the Mutants oversized hardcover, but with an Omnibus label slapped on the spine. It includes the same stuff, I believe. I don't think that there's anything extra in there, but I'm not checking anything right now. But this is the follow-up to the Fall of the Mutant Massacre.
Oh, okay.
The Thing, the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing, is getting his own omnibus.
Oh.
This also comes out in May. It includes the 36-issue series plus a bunch of other material. I'm pretty excited about this. This is something that like I've wanted kind of at the back of my mind for a while as a companion piece to the John Byrne Fantastic Four Omnis, and I'm excited it's finally happening. Also, something that finally is happening, Luke Cage Omnibus, that's also due out that year, or that month of next year. Heroes for Hire 1 through 16 and Power Man 17 through 47. Let's see, we've got a Phantom Stranger Omnibus coming out that month. That includes some classic material from the 50s and 60s, it looks like.
Oh, wait, what? Start over again? Phantom Stranger what?
Phantom Stranger 1952, 1 through 6. Phantom Stranger 1 through 41 from 1969, and stories from Saga the Swamp Thing 1 through 13.
Nice.
Who's Who, the Definitive Directory of the DC Universe number 18, Brave and the Bold, 89, 98, 145, Showcase 80, Justice League of America 103, House of Secrets 150, DC Superstars 18, Secret Origins 10, and DC Comics Presents 25 and 72. That is a Jess book if I've ever seen one.
You better believe it. Love Phantom Stranger.
Amazing Spider-Man JMS Volume 1 reprint, Teen Titans by John's reprint. We're at the end of May. Marvel June 1962 Omnibus. This is another one of those I don't understand why it exists type of things. Aliens Original Marvel Years Volume 3, or the Original Years Omnibus Volume 3. That's going to be the Dark Horse stuff. So here we're getting into the stuff from the 2000s now in that third volume. And that's due out the end of May. June, X-Force by Ben Percy, Volume 1 hardcover. I highly recommend this one as well. If you're looking at the the stuff from the Dawn of X era. Wakanda World of Black Panther. This is a great companion piece to the Ta-Nehisi Coates run. It includes all the different miniseries, some of them that he worked on, some of them that he did not, around that same time. Ooh, here's one. This one I'm super excited about. Doom Patrol by Rachel Pollack Omnibus.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get that too.
This is material that's never been collected before. Doom Patrol 64 to 87. Doom Patrol Annual number 2. Totems number 1. I didn't know Totems was going to be in there. And Vertigo Jam number 1. Yeah, that's huge, especially for Doom Patrol fans. Now, fingers crossed that the John Arcudi run will also get collected, because that's never been collected at all. And then I believe there's just a few issues at the tail end of the Keith Giffen run that haven't been collected in any format. Let's see, Black Panther early years omnibus. So this is basically everything before he got his self-titled run. So it goes all his early appearances all the way through Jungle Action 24. And then let's see, here's another one of those villain omnibuses, the Phoenix Omnibus, which is basically just a retread of the Dark Phoenix Saga Omnibus, just with a different title. It might have stuff in there that's different, but I don't know. Absolute Doomsday Clock, if you want some great Gary Frank artwork and a story that's an affront to stories. So I'm skipping out on it until it gets a deluxe edition, basically.
Okay.
Power Rangers Necessary Evil 2 Deluxe, but I thought we already talked about that one. Okay, whatever. Justice League New 52 Omnibus Volume 2. This one,
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one.
Yep, me too.
This goes all the way to the end of that run, so it makes most of the Darkseid War Omnibus superfluous. I think there's like a couple of issues, tie-in issues that are in there that are not in here, but Justice League 24 to 52, Forever Evil 1 through 7, DC Universe Rebirth number 1, DC Sneak Peek, Justice League number 1, Justice League featuring Secret Society 234, Justice League of America featuring Black Adam 74, Justice League Darkseid War Special number 1, Justice League Darkseid War, Batman Justice League Darkseid War, Flash Justice League Darkseid War, Green Lantern Justice League Darkseid War, Lex Luthor Justice League Darkseid War, Shazam, and Justice League Darkseid War, Superman number 1. So all of that stuff in this volume.
Okay, hang on. We have a super chat. That's not it. Jeff Sutter, looking forward to McGregor Black Panther in that Omni. Thank you for the super chat. I don't have the prize. I don't have access to the fries thing. Sorry, guys. But thank you very much. Okay, proceed.
Let's see. End of June, 100 Bullets Omnibus Volume 2. The only thing that makes this one notable over the oversized hardcovers is that it includes the 8-issue Brother Lano miniseries, which is not otherwise available in oversized format.
Okay.
Let's see. Batman 89 and Superman 78. These are coming out scheduled right now for July. Golden Age Omnibus Superman Volume 7.
No.
Absolute Multiversity. 52 Omnibus, the 2022 edition.
But you've already got the deluxe of that.
Multiversity, yes. 52, I have the original Omnibus. We're getting to the end now.
Okay.
Let's see. Ultimate X-Men is getting an Omnibus. So that's like the let's see. We have Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Death of Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man Miles Morales, the Ultimates, Ultimate Avengers, and now Ultimate X-Men. So this is collecting 1 through 33, 1/2, and Ultimate War 1 through 4. I don't remember exactly how many issues were in Ultimate X-Men, but I feel like it could take 3 total omnibus to collect the entire run.
I could look, but I'd have to move some action figures. Sorry.
Here's another really exciting one. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Immortal Iron Fist is getting reprinted and expanded. So it includes Iron Fist 1 through 27, Iron Fist Annual 1, Immortal Iron Fist Orson Randall and the Green Mist of Death one-shot, Immortal Iron Fist The Origin of Danny Rand one-shot, Civil War Choosing Sides, Immortal Iron Fist Orson Randall and the Death Queen of California one-shot, Immortal Weapons 1 through 5, and Immortal Weapons Sketchbook. So this includes not just what was in the previous omnibus by Brubaker and Fraction, but also the entirety of the Dwayne Swarzynski run and everything that came around it.
Nice.
So they are completely retooling and expanding this omnibus. And with all of these expansions and stuff, I really hope that they do the same for the Thor by J. Michael Straczynski and give us Kieran Gillen's that went into Siege, because that would complete that story. King in Black omnibus, I'm not going to list everything, but it has like all of the issues.
Good. I need them. That's one thing I did not keep up on or know anything about.
I am excited for that one. It is going to be cool. It is going to be good. And I'm going to buy it.
Right.
And it's not listed here, but also the Donny Cates Venom omnibus. So if you get the Donny Cates Venom omnibus, it will have the main series, but you get all the crossovers from King in Black.
Okay.
And same goes for the Absolute Carnage. Heroes Reborn, America's Mightiest Heroes omnibus. This is the Jason Aaron event that happened earlier this year.
What was it called?
Heroes Reborn, America's Mightiest Heroes. So it's
I totally skipped that.
Alternate reality type story, like things change, and we have the what's it called, the Squadron Supreme as the
I don't even remember that
main force there. It was like this summer's event, I think. So they turned around and announced an omnibus real quick on that. Wolverine Omnibus Volume 3. This one is exciting as hell. 31 through 59 of Wolverine. Wolverine Bloody Choices Volume 1, Reign of Terror Volume 1, Hearts of Darkness 1, X-Men 4 through 7, material from Marvel Fanfare 54 to 55, and Marvel Comics Presents 85 to 108. So that's very exciting.
Good.
Takes us through 59 out of 100 something issues of that run. There's going to be a lot of volume, so they keep going. And we end the list off by the Avengers Jonathan Hickman reprint, Volume 1. So that's everything that we've got on the list here. And this is stuff, that last book is currently scheduled for October. So we've got a pretty full amount of stuff for July, and then just a smattering of things for August, and then one book for October.
Well, that's where everything's going to... I don't know. I feel like the pushing back should be solved by then. Shouldn't there be more paper in the pipeline by then? And shouldn't we have the shipping container issue solved by then? I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I would hope so. I would hate to see us still trudging through the bullshit, a year later or whatever, but
I mean, Dean, he did mention Gotham Central reprint, but he said it really quickly.
Yeah, I went through the reprints and stuff quickly, unless it was a expanded edition.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's right now it's fun because like I've been needing for things to get pushed back so that I could like focus on other things that I've been collecting. And like when you're trying to collect a series of 1,700 plus books, it's really helpful for there to be nothing in your way. And that's exactly what these past couple months have been. But it's going to get to a point where I'm like, all right, well, now it's pushing stuff back that I really was looking forward to having on my shelf. I was really looking forward to reading. So I hope that we don't see too much more of it after. Like I'm hoping that everything's been adjusted so that basically the 2022 forward, everything can just be on schedule.
I'd like that too.
There are also a couple months in there that are a little bit stacked. So
yeah. All right. Well, we've been on for a while now. So thank you to the chat. Thank you for participating, everybody. Thank you to my co-host, the Omnibus Collector. Where can they find you?
You can find me on the YouTubes at the Omnibus Collector. Should be working on a couple videos this weekend. And then the TikTok as well. the Omnibus Collector. That's my main two sources for
Mm-hmm.
where I entertain the folks. Where can they find you?
Thank you. They can find me on OmniDogs Vault on YouTube, and they can find me OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram. And thank you to everybody who's watching afterwards. And especially thank you to InStock Trades, who are our fabulous sponsor. We appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. And our fans out there, we all love you. Please hit the like button. Please feel free to subscribe and leave comments. And peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for watching.